happening this month is one of, I guess, my favorite volunteer events that's going to be happening right here at Island Grove Park in northern Greeley, and that is the Weld Project Connect event. This is something that I've participated in for numerous years now. Hopefully many of you watching have also volunteered, and if you haven't, this is the show for you, so stand by. We've got more information, and to tell us about this year's event is Michelle Trevino, who is the Connecting Weld Coordinator and this year's event manager here with us today. So great to have you here, Michelle.
Oh, thank you so much, Amy.
All right, so I have to give everybody a little bit of info on you, in that this is your first year participating in the event. Well, I should say managing the event.
Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is, as I mentioned, this event's been going for numerous years, and we've had a couple of different people over time that have helped to put the event together, but this year it's going to be Michelle, so you're going to give me all the 411 on all the details this time, so are we ready?
We are ready.
Okay,
yes.
All right, so first thing we want to mention, now that we've got everybody's attention, is the dates and the times for this year's event. Can we share that out with folks?
Yes, absolutely. So this year's annual event will be taking place on Thursday, October 16th. And the event itself goes from noon to 5:30 is when we will have services available for our guests. Guest entry will be from noon to 4:30 this year. That is a half an hour earlier in terms of the doors closing, and that is because we want all of the guests, including those who, sign in at 4:25, to have ample access to the various services that are available and to have a great experience.
All right, for anyone that is watching that doesn't know about Weld Project Connect, can we give just kind of an idea of what it's about, why we do it here in Greeley, and who participates, not so much participates, but I guess benefits from those that are attending the event?
Right. Yeah. Sure. Well, this year it is the 15th year that we're hosting it here in Greeley. And so Weld Project Connect is a day when the entire community comes together for those community members who are in need of services. And one of the things that really distinguishes us in this event is that the services are here. It's one location, one day. Either vouchers are being provided or services are actually being utilized for anybody in need. So that would be for folks who are experiencing housing instability, food insecurity, health issues, anything that is causing a hardship or difficulty in your life that is setting you back. This is an event where hopefully you can sort of get things back, get the trajectory back in terms of going forward in your life.
Yeah, something, as you were going through those groups, one of the, I guess I want to say, groups of people that has been brought to the table are even like students, kind of the couch surfers, that are just like can't afford housing or food is limited and that. So there's a plethora of people that can benefit from this. And I know in other communities it's all about homelessness, but that's different here in Greeley and in Weld County. This was about anyone that's in need, and that's why this event is so important. So in our little bit of time that we've got left here, I want to make sure that we touch on a couple of things. Next one is the need for volunteers. Right. We need residents to go, you know what, I really want to help out with this fantastic event. But there's a couple of things to that. We just need everyone to come out and to help out and be a navigator and just help the folks in the community. But we are really, really looking for bilingual folks.
Yes, absolutely. Bilingual, of course, Spanish is up there, but we get folks from many other backgrounds. So if you are bilingual, multilingual, we could certainly use your expertise and your help and your willingness to give back to the community. But really, we are still looking for volunteers, anyone, and from what I understand, the volunteers also have just an exceptional experience, and many return year after year. What you would be doing is you would be paired up with a guest, and you would walk them through the process. You will have an intake form with questions that will direct the guest to different services that they're in need of, and then you'll be with that guest so that the guest is never alone, and you'll be really helping out, and it will be a very enriching experience.
Yeah, enrichment, that's a great way to top that off. Something I like to mention also for those volunteers, if you're hesitant, you will be trained. There is training. And another piece of this that I always think is fun is the plethora of colors that are in the space. And so for our volunteers, that all-important color is the yellow, or the gold, as we like to call it. You're golden to us. There's many other colors, and through that training, you find out who those folks are, but there is support there is training there. We're not just throwing you out and by yourself, and that's important for people to know. So just very quickly, another thing that I want to make sure that we touch on is for our guests that come, do they need to pre-register? Is there a cost?
No.
Sometimes there's concern about cost.
They do not need to pre-register. They can show up. Please show up before 4:30, and I think the closer you can get there to noon, the better. We will have haircuts available. We will have all kinds of things, DMV to go, medical screenings, just a whole plethora of services right there on the spot. So yeah, show up and make sure you're in the door by 4:30, and we would love to see you. And we would also love to see you volunteer. We have a wide range of ways to get through the training, which is very short. We can do it virtually. You can do it online. We can come to you if you have a number of people, for instance, at your place of employment who are willing to volunteer. We can come to you and provide the training service at your on-site with you. So.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's super easy for guests, super easy for volunteers. So, Michelle, it's wonderful having you here today.
Oh, thank you.
So happy that we are having the event again. And thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much, Amy.
All right. So back to our viewers here. Okay. You've got the call. It's time to go out and volunteer. So make sure that you head on over to, you're going to want to listen to this very closely, volunteer.unitedway-weld.org. We'll also have that on the screen for you. But make sure you volunteer, get out, meet some of the people in our community, help those that are in need, and have a great feeling when you head on home. Thanks for watching.